boss girl, back again with another restaurant review in our beautiful city of Pune. And today we're taking it a little classy. We're checking out Syrakko, the fine dine restaurant in Mundwa. Syrakko comes from the Greek name, actually a very small island in Greece which is called Syrakko, and this restaurant is your creme de la creme fine dining. The ambience is quite good and it's got a lot of hits but a couple of misses too. First up, talking about location, it's on North Main Road heading up to Mundwa, and it's in the same building as Sin and We Pride. But as soon as you step into Syrakko, you really do feel the rich feel to it. And that is one of the primary reasons I like this place. It's also got one speciality, that it houses the first and the only temperature controlled wine fridge in the whole of Pune. So as soon as you walk into the restaurant, you'll see this huge fridge with a lot of wine bottles and a lot of booze bottles. Now, talking about the ambience, as soon as you enter the restaurants, it's extremely posh. Walk into the place and you realize that it's not a very large seating restaurant. I think it's about maximum 50 people who can sit there, and they can sit there quite comfortably. I like the fact that the tables are not close to each other, which means nobody's eavesdropping into your conversation and neither are you into theirs. So big up to the ambience. I quite like everything from the furnishing to the way that it's very geometrically designed, and to the cutlery and even to the freaking napkins that they're using. It's quite premium and has a really nice feel to it. So in terms of ambience, I give it definitely a 4.5 out of 5. Before we actually get to the food, I'd like to introduce the cocktail section, and Syrakko has a pretty big cocktail menu. This place wants to build itself on the premium experience of cocktails, and it's definitely on the right path of doing so. It's got very interesting combinations like the Mandarin and Fig, the Pawn Star Martini, and also an Espresso Martini that you must definitely try. It's a combination of bourbon and coffee, and it is definitely going to satiate those senses, and if you're a coffee lover, this is especially good. Now coming to the food of Syrakko, and there are a couple of things that you must know before you dive into the menu. Syrakko is a place where you're meant to enjoy the food over courses and not as individual dishes where bite it off entirely after you've had a large number of drinks. It's supposed to be a sophisticated meal, and that's the experience that they are going for. So all the dishes in the menu are meant to be individual portions and not shared. So that's why when you order, at the first go, you are going to be a little startled by the portion size that you do get, but this is a sort of a MasterChef gourmet experience that they're trying to create. Now, in terms of the menu, the cuisine, it's a little mixed. It's got some coastal, it's got some Goan, it's got some Indian, it's got some continental. It's a combination of a lot of things. I'm not denying that the food doesn't taste good, but the menu is a little mixed for me. So I started off with the soup. It was the pumpkin veloute soup, which was a really hearty soup that you would like to eat just by itself. And the sour cream and croutons just added that little extra kick, which was well appreciated. Next up, on the salad side, we tried the beetroot and the feta salad with watermelon. The beetroot and the mousse salad, the feta mousse salad, well, it's a nice salad. I'm not denying it, and sure, it's individually portioned. But this is where you get a small inkling of being ripped off, because that salad, which has all of like 4 pieces of beetroot and maybe 3 pieces of watermelon, it's 290 bucks. So Syrakko, if you're listening, hey, there's no problem in paying good money for good food, but again, this feels a little bit ripped off. So Syrakko, if you're listening, you need to change that. Next came the murg tetsa kebab and the malai prawn tartlet. Oh, well, the prawn was just beautifully cooked and very well plated, very MasterChef style. So you feel that it's extremely gourmet. The murg tetsa kebab was especially well cooked. The chicken was very well done. And the combination of tetsa and the little tomato coulis, beautiful combination, thoroughly enjoyed it. Now that we're done with soup, salad and the starter, moving on to the main course. That was quick, wasn't it? So for the main course, we tried the blue cheese and spinach tagliatelle, which is a type of pasta. We also tried the prawn coastal curry, a small portion of the Mediterranean risotto, and also a small portion of the jalapeno curd rice, which came with the prawn coastal curry. Now the blue cheese tagliatelle was exceptionally done. I am a huge fan of Italian, but unfortunately Italian in India is too cheesy and you just don't feel the flavor and everything is overpowered by the cheese. This was blue cheese, which was meant to be overpowering, but it was beautifully balanced with the almonds and the crunch in it. I thoroughly, completely enjoyed this plate of food. Coming to the prawn and coastal curry, it's prawn curry and I didn't think it was nice, but it's not something that I would go back and order again or go back to sample especially. But the killer of all the three dishes was the Mediterranean risotto. It is scrumptious, sumptuous and just deeply satisfying. I love the taste of that dish, and there too the cheese was not that overpowering, which made it feel especially better. For dessert, which is the best part of every meal, we had the panna cotta and the white chocolate and wasabi parfait. Not only is it a great gastronomic experience, it's actually a pretty good visual treat too. Coming to the panna cotta, it tastes of pan. So if you're not a pan fan, I suggest you don't get it. But it tastes so creamy and rich that I loved it. I'm a huge fan of pan, so the creamy texture of the panna cotta just really did it for me. The white chocolate and wasabi parfait, a combination honestly that I have never eaten before in Pune. Beautiful, and especially the candied segments that come on it. Oh, absolutely delightfully lovely. But all this is fine. What about the money, honey? How much is it going to cost you to eat at Syrakko Fine Dine? Let me assure you that this is a place that counts on the experience a lot, so the ambience does matter, and I think you should pay for it. So every meal individually is going to cost you at least between 1100 to 1200 bucks, which would consist of one cocktail. But if you're a cocktail person, I suggest you go through the list and splurge that little extra money. It's going to make you feel good. So what's the final rating for Syrakko? The food is a definite 4 for me. There were more hits than misses. The ambience is a 4.5. And the cocktails, I'm going to go with a 4 because I quite like the combination. So overall, for Syrakko Fine Dine, I would go with a rating of 4. If you have a special occasion to celebrate, this is one of the places that you should definitely consider. And that's it for this review of Syrakko Fine Dine. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and also Snapchat. I'm the Boss Girl on Snapchat and Radhika S30 on Instagram. All the handles are coming on your screen right now. If you want more reviews to come straight to your inbox, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also don't forget to comment, like and share the video. Till the next time, till we get more foodie stuff for you, you can always head over to the blog. That's www.thebossgirl.com. Until we meet again, bon appetit.